Welcome to Tale Alchemy, where we unearth the silent stories that shape our lives. Today's story is about a man who believed he had all the time in the world, until he didn't. A story about regret, the kind that grows quietly, until it becomes louder than life itself.
Lucas Adediran wasn't a bad man. He wasn't lazy either, not in the obvious way. He simply lived in a very small world, one made of routines, predictable days, and a belief that comfort was a reward, not a trap. When friends invited him out, he replied with the same sentence, "I'll come next time." When opportunities came, "I'll start soon." When his mother asked him why he never finished the book he had been writing for 5 years, he smiled and said, "I'm waiting for the right moment." One afternoon, a small publishing house emailed him. They wanted one completed chapter, just one. Lucas's hands trembled with excitement, then fear. He dropped his laptop. He told himself, "I'll start tomorrow." Tomorrow became a week. A week became a month. The publisher eventually sent a final follow-up. "If we don't hear from you, we'll assume you're no longer interested." Lucas drafted a response, but never sent it. Years passed and Lucas barely noticed. At 31, he was still talking about everything he wanted to do one day. People stopped believing him, but he didn't notice that either. Lucas found a letter his mother had written to him on his 25th birthday. He had never opened it. The letter read, "I see how you hide inside comfort. Please don't wait your whole life to start living it. Mom." His throat tightened. Tears came in slow waves. His mother had died the previous year. She had never told him about the letter, and now those words felt like a mirror he had avoided for too long. That night, Lucas opened his laptop. The cursor blinked and blinked. Not a single word appeared. He realized the terrifying truth. He wasn't afraid of failure. He was afraid of being seen trying. Comfort had become a cage. He understood. Comfort is expensive. It costs your future. Lucas attended a local writing event just to see. He watched beginners read their messy, brave drafts. He felt grief. They were simply willing. A writer asked him, "Were you one of the writers too?" Lucas replied, "No, I was supposed to be years ago." That night, Lucas went home and wrote one paragraph. Not perfect, but real. He just began. He finally understood. Regret is heavier than failure. Someday is a lie. And Lucas finally stepped out of the comfort zone he had mistaken for home.
The moral of the story, the man who waited for someday, is focused on the destructive power of procrastination, rooted in fear, and the necessity of prioritizing action over waiting for perfect conditions. Regret is heavier than failure, the cost of comfort. The story powerfully argues that the pain of not trying, regret, is far greater and more lasting than the pain of failing, disappointment. Lucas stayed in his comfort zone, which turned into a cage, because he was afraid of disappointing others or finding out his best effort wasn't good enough. Key takeaway: don't let the fear of imperfect effort or failure stop you from starting. The greatest loss is the potential of the life you never lived. That's all for today, but before you go, let me know in the comments, what comfort zone are you stepping out of this week? Like and subscribe to see what narrative we uncover next. Bye!